There is solid research that indicates that over 70% of non-native English speakers struggle with specific phrases and grammar that can lead to misunderstandings in professional settings. So today we will discuss how best to overcome this challenge. Welcome again to Mastering English Communication with Business English Success Strategies. This lesson is going to focus on the key business English mistakes that non-native speakers often make, which can hinder effective communication in multinational environments where English is being used in some context to facilitate doing business. We will explore common mistakes in business English and discuss their impacts on communication and provide actionable corrections and strategies to enhance English speaking skills. So let's take a look at this introduction. In this, we're going to emphasize the critical role of effective business English in preventing misunderstandings and enhancing communication success in multinational environments. We're going to look at the importance of business English and highlight the significance of mastering business English, noting that over 80% of non-native speakers make mistakes that can hinder effective communication and opportunities. We're also going to look at repercussions of miscommunication, outlining serious consequences of miscommunication, including revenue loss, disengagement in presentations and meetings, and other challenges during meetings. So let's look at the importance of business English and some of the keys to success. In many environments, technology is one that comes to mind, finance. Business English is crucial for clear communication in these multinational environments across countries, across teams, with clients, and influencing relationships and outcomes. Common errors in business English can lead to confusion, misinterpretations, and lost deals, affecting overall business performance. Research shows that companies with effective communication practices enjoy 47% higher returns to shareholders. Over 75% of professionals believe that mastering business English significantly boosts their career prospects in global companies. A miscommunication in a contract negotiation due to language errors can result in significant losses. I'm familiar with a case where it resulted in a $1 million loss for a technology firm. So these statistics that you see and that I've mentioned highlight the substantial financial implications of miscommunication, particularly the alarming 30% revenue loss that can occur due to language barriers. This emphasizes the importance of clear communication in a business context. Understanding these repercussions is essential for non-native speakers, as it illustrates how crucial effective communication is not just for personal success, but for overall success to the organization. The statistics also suggest that improving language skills directly mitigate risks associated with miscommunication, ultimately enhancing workplace efficiency and audience engagement during presentations. Now let's visit some of the challenges in business English communication. This section addresses the common challenges faced by non-native speakers in business English communication and emphasizes the importance of overcoming fears and learning from mistakes. In terms of overcoming fears and mistakes, non-native speakers often experience anxiety about miscommunication, but recognizing and learning from errors is crucial for enhancing clarity and effective business interactions. Now let's take a look at overcoming fears and mistakes. Fear of making mistakes can inhibit effective communication, particularly in a business context. Of course, none of us want to make a mistake, but an outsized fear of it can become deadly. Non-native speakers often worry about pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary, which can lead to hesitancy in speaking up. Learning from errors is vital. Studies show that making mistakes can enhance language retention by 50%. Let me repeat that. Learning from errors is vital. Studies show that making mistakes can enhance language retention by 50%. As someone who studies other languages, I will tell you, when I make a mistake on something, I don't forget it. All right. Of course, there might be a little bit of embarrassment with that every once in a while, but I don't forget it. Lesson learned. So clarity in communication can prevent misunderstandings that may lead to costly business errors, such as misinterpreting client needs. If you're a manager encouraging a culture of feedback in a multinational team, this can help build confidence and improve overall communication skills. As an example, a non-native speaker in a meeting mispronounced a product name, leading to confusion. However, addressing the mistake openly clarified the discussion and improved team dynamics. I experienced this because I was involved. Statistics reveal that 75% of business professionals believe effective communication is key to success, emphasizing the importance of overcoming language barriers, not hiding from them. Let's now take a look at common mistakes in business English. This section focuses on common business English mistakes that non-native speakers often make. As a non-native speaker of English or any other non-native speaker of another language, this, of course, can happen and can impede effective communication in a professional setting, right? So we want to be on the lookout for it and or recognize it and clarify. One of the things is the use of overly formal language. So a phrase we have in English is keep it simple, stupid, right? So it doesn't mean that the person is stupid. What it means is simple is better. Keep it simple, make sure everyone understands. There was a time and a place for formal language. Most of that time, it's not a business setting. Just being very real about this after years of doing business myself. Overly formal language can create a disconnect with the audience, whereas simple vocabulary encourages better engagement and understanding. And what about translation app reliance? Well, heavy reliance on translation apps can result in inaccuracies and misunderstandings as well, highlighting the importance of grasping the nuances of business English and cultural context. Nothing is better than knowing some of the language. Over-reliance on translation apps will at some point get you into trouble. Using them as a tool of double-checking, etc., verification is okay, right? But over-reliance can get you into trouble. So this icon list emphasizes the importance of language choice in business communication. Understanding the nuances of formality in business can significantly affect how messages are received. Each item in the list addresses a common mistake that non-native speakers might encounter when communicating in business settings. Recognizing these pitfalls is crucial for effective interactions. Right? Notice overly formal language, of course, is there, and one of them. Clear vocabulary and misused idioms. Overly formal language can alienate the audience, making them feel disconnected. In contrast, using clear and simple vocabulary fosters better understanding and rapport. Keep it simple. Additionally, misusing idioms can lead to confusion, highlighting the need for clarity in communication. Right? You can be engaging and funny and entertaining in your meetings as a non-native English speaker, but stay away from idioms unless you are intimately familiar with them. Translation app reliance. So translation apps are a great thing, a great tool, and can simplify language barriers, but may introduce inaccuracies that affect meaning and tone. I'm sure if you've been using them on a regular basis, you've come across these inaccuracies and misunderstandings or whatever you want to call them, as I have. All right. Cultural context is essential. Phrases or idioms may not translate directly, leading to misunderstandings in professional interactions. In fact, that's the whole point of an idiom. It translates very well in the native language, but that's not always clear to someone who's a non-native speaker unless they become very, very familiar with that idiom and its use. A study found that 60% of business professionals face communication issues due to misinterpretations from translation tools. 60% of business professionals face communication issues due to misinterpretations from translation tools. They are wonderful tools. Do not over-rely. Nothing replaces building relationships. That means you're going to need to do the work over time of understanding nuances such as polite forms of address or local business customs, which apps often overlook. Examples of common translation errors include literal translations of idioms, which can confuse or offend the recipient. Even in the native language, in native English, until someone has heard the idiom or they've never heard it and then they hear it for the first time, they don't understand. Someone needs to explain it to them. So of course, you as a non-native speaker will have the same issue. So to improve communication, consider engaging in language training, which is part of what you're doing now, all right? Or cultural workshops instead of relying solely on technology. So get involved in language training of the various types, right? I have several videos about how to practice your English, both with other people and solo, right? And also cultural workshops are important because you're learning the nuances of that culture. So improving business English skill. In this section, we emphasize the importance of effective communication techniques, including something called transitions, proofreading, and body language, which are vital for non-native speakers in enhancing their business English skills. Effective transitions and proofreading discuss the importance of using transitions for idea flow and highlights the necessity of proofreading to avoid mistakes while advocating for simpler language over jargon. The role of body language. This will illustrate how body language plays a crucial role in communication, emphasizing the need to adapt to cultural differences and the effectiveness of storytelling techniques in making messages relatable. In business communication, clarity is key. I've said this before and I'm re-emphasizing it. Effective transitions help guide the audience through your ideas, making it easier for them to follow your message. Transitions. Use transitions such as however, furthermore, and in addition. They create a logical flow in your presentation and emails, and they help connect thoughts and make your communication more cohesive. Proofreading. The importance of proofreading is undeniable. Engaging in thorough proofreading can significantly reduce mistakes that could lead to misunderstandings. It's beneficial to read your document aloud and use tools like Grammarly. downplay jargon, limit jargon. While some industry-specific terms are absolutely necessary, right, overusing jargon can alienate your audience. Striving for simple language can enhance understanding and foster better relationships. Body language is a critical aspect of communication, often conveying more than spoken words. Cultural variations in body language can lead to misunderstandings. Adapting to local norms is crucial for effective interaction. For instance, in some cultures, direct eye contact is a sign of confidence, definitely in English, right, in English-speaking environments, while in others, it may be seen as disrespectful. So if you're doing business in the United States, and I'm a native-born US citizen, right, I will tell you that after years of doing business, you want the proper type of eye contact. Right? You want to be direct. Studies show that up to 93% of communication effectiveness is determined by non-verbal cues, emphasizing their importance in business settings. Effective storytelling incorporates body language, helping to engage audiences and make presentations more impactful. Examples of positive body language include open posture, nodding to show understanding, and using hand gestures to emphasize points. So in wrapping, we're going to emphasize the importance of overcoming common business English mistakes, obviously, for achieving professional success and continuous improvement in communication skills. Continuous improvement and consistency is a must so that you will get better as a non-native speaker in business English and in business, and in business in terms of social conversations. Achieving professional success, right? So common business English mistakes can hinder your success. So this is why I've given you some ways to overcome them. But nothing beats mastering the language, because that will ultimately foster trust and collaboration amongst professionals. Right? And once again, continuous improvement. The ongoing development of your communication skills is essential for business success, accompanied by a motivational quote emphasizing effective communication, which I'm going to share with you. So, success is illustrated by addressing common mistakes in business English and will lead to significant improvements in professional interactions. Highlighting the journey by recognizing communication challenges and then implementing solutions. This will align with the aim of enhancing business communication for non-native speakers. Basically, take action with purpose, and I provided some of that framework for you here in this lesson. So the positive outcomes emphasize the importance of investing in language skills, both in a group setting and in the proper technology and alone, right? Practicing alone is also a must. And this is a means of achieving professional success and fostering also a collaborative work environment. So embrace ongoing practice and engagement with English, and it will yield long-term benefits both for the individual, you, and the organization that you work with, and will create a more inclusive and effective workplace. So let's finish with this quote. Effective communication is the key to success in business. So it's a short quote by Paul J. Meyer, but the core message of this quote emphasizes that the ability to communicate effectively is essential for achieving success in the business environment. It implies that without proper communication, one cannot expect to reach their business goals. Now, this quote is very, very relevant, highly relevant to the lesson topic, as it highlights the importance of improving communication skills. I'll say continuously improving communication skills. So for non-native English speakers, avoiding common mistakes in business English is crucial, right, for clear and effective interaction in a professional setting. So when you do make the mistakes, inevitably, right, learn from them so you don't have to repeat them. So Paul J. Meyer, he was a pioneer in the field of personal development and business training. So very important person in terms of how you can best enhance your personal effectiveness and communication within the business context. He's offered a number of different books about continuous improvement in personal skills. So it may be an author that you might want to take a look at in terms of some of the work that he has done. He emphasized communication as a cornerstone of business success. Okay. So now, if you found this content useful, which I hope you have, then please like, subscribe, share this video, but also leave comments. It helps us help you. We will create more purposeful content when we hear from you and you ask for things that you might want to hear in the future that you haven't seen in our channel. And then, of course, click on the notification bell so that you'll know when we have a new comment. We publish regularly, but it's also good to get an alert. Okay, so that's all for today. See you next time as we continue our linguistic adventure together. Take care, everyone.